I'm back in this bit. What it do, y'all? Today I got myself the new Shake Shack limited time only menu. It's a weird one, y'all. You know I always do this, but this might be the weirdest one yet. This is the fried calamari menu. I believe this is only in Korea because they're supposedly celebrating the 7th anniversary of the first Shake Shack ever coming to Korea. There's two different menu items on here. We got a burger and we got fries, and apparently it comes with some kind of bisque tartar sauce or something. It's smelling pretty fishy up in here, man. It's smelling like a crab shack. I can't lie to you. So they didn't have an option for a double burger, so I got two burgers, and we got one order of fries, and it came out to $28.27. First reveal. Ooh. Oh. Oh yeah. Oh snap. Alrighty, y'all. Have you ever seen anything like this? I'm gonna give you a closer view here in a second, but first, let me investigate what they gave me with the fries. So there's a sauce. I guess this is the bisque tartar sauce and some chives. So it smells really good. It smells like a bisque tartar sauce, man. Like a seafood bisque tartar sauce. I mean, that's exactly what it smells like here, and I'm gonna pour it over the fries thick. I can't believe Shake Shack opened up in Korea 7 years ago. There's a few of them now. But 7 years ago, I remember it like it was yesterday, but it also feels like such a long time ago. It was such a shit show for so long, man. Like, the lines were just astronomical. Hours upon hours of waiting, probably, for months. And they didn't have delivery up. So I didn't even get to try it for a minute, but it's happening again with Five Guys, I think. Five Guys opened their first location here recently. I think maybe when I was in Japan, but I'm back in Korea, by the way. And I hear the lines are insane, so it is what it is. Anyway, let's investigate one of these burgers, man. I'm gonna cut one of these in half with the world's worst knife here, just to get a little cross section. I do have two of them, so usually I wouldn't do this, but I feel like this is gonna be a very strange cross section on this burger. Bam. What y'all think about that? I love fried calamari. Don't get it often. It's not a Korean thing, so I'm kind of confused on why they are using fried calamari on this Korean anniversary burger. Squid Game, perhaps? But I guess they would have done that. Like, what's so special about 7 years too? I don't know what's going on. Let me just show you the whole burger here, and I'm gonna eat this one first. So we have some kind of maybe pickled onions or just raw red onions. I'm not really sure. Here, a good helping of the calamari, man. Yeah, it should be a good little crunch on there. I've heard of onion rings on a burger before. My mouth's watering, by the way. But I've never heard of squid rings, right? So that's a little bit crazy. There's some kind of cheese on this patty. Not sure what. They didn't really say. And classic Shake Shack patty and bun going in. Hold on. Surf and turf deluxe. This is weird. Definitely the weirdest Shake Shack burger I've ever had in my life. It's gonna take a little bit of analyzing. Hold on. Oh, I don't know about it. This might be the worst Shake Shack burger I've ever had. Hold on. By the way, I was thinking about it the other day, and I'm not really a food review channel. If I lived in the States, I probably would morph into that, doing food reviews. Getting all the new menu items from all the fast food and joints and chains and whatnot. kind of wish I was in America so I could do that. But it is what it is. I realize though that like food reviewing is a weird thing because if you're gonna review any other thing besides food, you would spend some time with it, right? You'd spend a week or a month, whether it be like a tech product or just like some other product. You know, you'd see using it after a month review or whatever. Like you give it some time and really figure it out. With food, a lot of times you see people like trying it once, like one bite or whatever, and then it's like, okay, I'm gonna give my review for this. So like it could always change. I feel like for a proper food review, you got to go back multiple times to give a real review. I know it's a little bit of a different thing because food is like a consumable thing that, I mean, that's part of it. You know, you show up and are you always on point with it, with the service and whatnot and the food and the cooking? But yeah, that's just a little rant I had going on. I was just thinking about that the other day. This, honestly, I thought I was gonna like it a little bit more. I'll be honest with you. Reason being, I didn't know it was going to be these big bites, which I don't mind, but they're big enough where you get some chew to it. You definitely taste a lot of the squid, and you definitely feel that texture too, the chewiness, the rubberiness to it. The first couple bites, I didn't get that, but then as I kept eating it toward the middle of the burger, I started getting the texture and the taste. Which again, I like fried calamari, but on a burger, I don't know. It's definitely not bad, and give me this any day of the week, and you could always just separate the fried calamari, but that's not what they're going for here. This one's really intriguing to me though, doubling down on the fried stuff. So we got the fried potatoes with the fried squid. This is actually not squid, but cuttlefish. Similar type of deal, I guess, but it's fried. So, I mean, in the West, I feel like we just call this calamari, right? I don't know. Going in. I never really gave you a close-up of the fries. My bad. Here's the thing, though. If you're a big fan of surf and turf, if you love seafood and burgers and think this would be a good idea, it might be to you. Might be right up your alley. That's another thing with food reviews. Same as like a movie review or whatever. It's like it's all subjective. So how do you really know? You know? But let's just give a single piece a quick bite and see how this tastes on its own. I kind of wonder how they're doing their operation back in the back, because like where do they fry these in? The chicken fryer or the fry fryer? Like for example, say you have 6 fryers, I don't know, and 3 are for fries and 3 are for chicken. Do they have to only like cut back and so now 2 for chicken, 2 for fries, and 2 for the or what's going on? I guess they also have to fry their mushrooms. But is there any kind of cross-contamination? Yeah, no, I really like this on its own. I really do. And give me a side of these, I'd pay like $10 for a decent size of those for sure. It's even weirder to look at in the cross-section. You've probably been looking at it. I mean, to me, it just looks weird. It's like some kind of tube going on, you know? Another thing is I'm trying to get on a diet. I always talk about trying to go on a diet, and you probably look at me, some of you guys might think, man, you got that fat face, you need to go on a diet. And some of you probably think, dude, you look like you have the upper body of a 12-year-old, which is also true. So my head is like a bad proportion to my body size, and the fat goes straight to my face and my belly. So if y'all saw my belly on a daily basis, you'd know. You know what I mean? I've been trying to go on a little diet for the past couple of days, and any like decent food right now is tasty right now. Give me any kind of greasy, meaty cheesy food right now. I'm loving it. Actually did gain a decent amount of weight on my trip to Japan. Probably, I feel like I gained more weight on the trip to Japan than I did on the trip to Chicago. Both about a month. But that's weird because in Chicago, man, I wasn't walking and I was eating the like American food, right? In Japan, I don't think like I was walking a lot and I feel like I was eating about the same amount of food, but I gained more weight, I feel like, or more fat, which is a strange phenomenon. What the Yo, this is weird. I'm not sure if you're able to see this at all, but I was looking at my danger zone back here. Someone tell me what these are, bro. And what are those? Are those eggs? Or what? They're like little... It looks like something that you'd see in like a silica packet, silica gel. They pop. Y'all hear that? I don't know if that's sketch or not, but this video is getting more fishy by the minute. There's like multiple back here. A little bit turned off by it, I can't lie, but we're gonna keep eating them. Here. Again, ocean creatures are weird to me. You know, I grew up, you know, fish, freshwater creatures are more familiar to me. That's for sure. Anyway, what was I talking about, man? Oh yeah, so when I was in Japan for a month, by the way, sorry for not posting for like 10 days or whatever, however long it was. My bad about that. But the first like 20 days of the trip, I felt like I was maintaining my physique. Wasn't really gaining much or losing anything, just staying the same. And then the last 10 days, it just ballooned, which, and I know I didn't really change any of my like eating or walking or any kind of habits like that in the last 10 days. So that was a strange phenomenon. I did bring back one food from Japan, which I'm gonna be saving. It's like one of those. It's an instant noodle, so I'm gonna be saving that for a rainy day. Let's see. I do have another trip in the works, but it's not gonna be for a while. I'll probably give you some more details on it in the next couple months. Actually, I'll just say, if you've watched this long, you deserve to know. I'm going to London in October, so. Really looking forward to that, man. I've been there when I was probably 12 or 13. I can't remember. It was right when the 5th Harry Potter book came out. I remember buying it. Haven't been back since. I didn't really get to really experience it as a proper adult. Didn't get to do my own thing. So oh man, I can't wait. Going for a month. I'll remind you guys again later. Maybe. So I mentioned that Five Guys just opened up in Seoul. And the lines are insane. What was it that just opened up? I did a video. San Fran Super Duper Burger came out. And right when they came out, when they opened in Seoul, they were on the delivery apps, and I feel like no one really cares about it. But we're getting crazy lines at Five Guys. I heard when it opened, people were like reselling burgers for like 100, maybe $75 or something, which is just so absurd to me. Here's what I'll tell you. Korean people in my experience, not all of them obviously, but as a whole, love certain things. Like a Shake Shack, like a Five Guys, especially they would love an In-N-Out. There's a pop-up In-N-Out every year, like one day a year, and it's always just insane, I hear. And somewhere in Seoul. And other certain things, just nobody cares about at all. It's like the people just gravitate toward certain things and just completely give the cold shoulder to other things. It's pretty interesting, but I mean, we all do know that Shake Shack, Five Guys, In-N-Out, they are kind of that next tier. But I guarantee you, if like Hardee's or Carl's Jr. came here, which are Culver's, bomb burgers, Whataburger. I bet you if Whataburger came here, no lines. I never tried Whataburger, really want to, but y'all know what I'm saying. I hope. Maybe there will be lines, maybe I'm wrong, but I will tell you right now, if anyone's watching from In-N-Out, you need to just open up a store here. You'd be making bank, man. Lines for literal days. Anyway, there we go. There's my meal for today. Pretty... I'll be honest, I've never been let down by a Shake Shack meal ever in my life. Little bit let down today. Anyway, y'all, that's about it for this one. So I'm just getting out of here. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace!